Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, it is the grandest party of them all. Anniversary Shanks, baby. I don't even know what season this is. Look, we're going to call it Gear 5, 6 plus season because that is all that is running around at the moment. But in today's video, we're going to be doing our day 1 fights utilizing my boy Anniversary Film Red Shanks. And this guy's very interesting because he does seem to be like a very minor counter to what Gear 5, 6 plus is trying to do. He's no Gear 5, 6 plus, he's no Gear 5, 6 star, if I'm being completely honest. But he does seem very, very interesting, and we're going to test him out in today's GP matches. Let me know how you guys are finding this season. This season does seem very, very crazy. It does sound like it's going to be a very, very challenging season. So if you guys can get your hands on 9 wins, even something like 10 to 12, be very happy because anything is better than nothing. Always remember that when you are playing this game mode. If you enjoy the content, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, or if you're not new to the channel, hit the little bell, make it go red, so that way you guys can keep up with the content because we've got heaps of stuff coming with these new legends. But with that said, let's take a look at the new 9.5 Anniversary Shanks. Alright, so we're going Gear 5 hunting, and we're going up against a pretty stock standard Gear 5 team. Not the craziest, not the be all or end all. Because remember, like, I can see what I'm fighting, so that's always fun. But it's still Gear 5, and Gear 5's burst is still incredibly powerful. And what I was saying at the start of this video is Shanks does seem to be a very minor counter to what Gear 5 is doing. Because if you can actually bink out the first fight, hang on to your burst, and have the enemy have their burst charge, Shanks can counter it a little bit by giving you a monster heal on top of giving you a shield. Shanks gets his burst just by letting 50 seconds pass. However, it does 2 different things depending on what timer the count is at. All the time, he will heal if your characters are below 50% HP. He'll heal them by 70% at max, plus he does a shield for 10 seconds. So this works great when you are coming up against Gear 5s, because you can actually utilize that after taking a Gear 5 burst to then survive. The downside to this is if something like this happens and there's a bunch of HP cuts, the enemy gets their burst charge, as you can see in the top right hand corner. If the enemy starts to get that burst charge and then pops it in that fight, it can be very detrimental. The upside to the AI is most of the time they won't just bink their burst crazy fast unless something is happening. That is stereotypically. It doesn't mean it can't happen, but stereotypically, it won't. Another thing that Shanks' burst does is when you are below 60 seconds into the fight. So when the counter hits 40 seconds, Shanks does 3 times his attack in damage to 3 enemies. I love that Nami Karina just coming in and taking away the special of Luffy Yamato, and now Luffy Yamato's dead. Because now, like I said, we can actually hang on to our burst, because I do think my Free Spirit team's got this. Free Spirit in the front lines for Shanks works exceptionally well because they're just such a powerful team, and having them just absolutely steamroll the opposition, allowing them not to get their burst. Obviously, if you're coming up against HB cuts and stuff like that, it's really hard to just stop the enemy from getting their burst unless you like outspeed them or something like that, which I have been doing some stuff with strength in particular with the new Luffy. But it's very hard to do that when you are versing like a crazy HP cutting powerhouse team. But the idea of Shanks and what I've been trying to do with him is to make sure that I have my burst ready for the second fight. When the enemy gets their burst, we can use it to bink out a big old heal, which works exceptionally well. Another way to get around that is using something like Otama in the Free Spirit team, and that way you can actually just heal back what the burst is doing anyway. But the second team that we are using is a striker team. Shanks buffs Int, Quick, and Psy units. So it's a very interesting combination. He gives a Soul Boost to Psy, and then he does like a Quick and an Int buff, which is like hybrid. So you can build out a very interesting Quick Psy striker team. I was doing some stuff with Quick. It just wasn't coming off like I wanted it to. Powerhouse, Quick, Int gets buffed this particular season. So those particular characters do work exceptionally well. Strength Powerhouse in particular is going absolutely AWOL. But I found that the striker team would work a little bit nicer because I have stuff like Hina, I have stuff like Kanjuro, I have stuff like Tesoro. There were some other options as well, like Blue Jam and Porkme on the bench. They're getting the powerhouse buffs, they're getting the quick buffs. There were some other options with stuff like Kuzan, but remember, I'm running a Psy team as well in the back there. So the idea of this was to wait until the enemy gets their burst, like, right, you know what, I'm actually going to heal. Ideally, what I would do there is wait for them to use their burst, then I would heal. But Roger Whitebeard were going to die no matter what, so I wanted to make sure I used my burst to actually survive. Ideally though, if this was like frame 1 of the fight, they would get their burst off, and then I would actually send it back with a nice chunky heal. Who do we take out there? We took out Roger. No taking out Odin, which is a little bit annoying. Can we get some action binding? Oh, Hina. Yes, my girl. Yes. Now, with our second burst, remember, Shanks is just going to charge this up over time. So if the fight gets anywhere close to the 10-second mark, we can just pop our other bursts, and then we should be able to win. Like, it should be free at that particular point. Tesoro, please hit everyone, my guy. Nice. You love to see that. Nevertheless, I don't think this fight is actually going to get to that particular point. Seems like we've got this one pretty much in the bag, which is always nice to see. And we don't even need to use our side team, which is awesome, like, to be honest. Gear 5, like I said, he's still very scary. His burst can still basically just wipe teams. But what Shanks is actually doing now with his crazy-ass heal, plus giving you that shield to then survive a little bit after the big old Luffy hit, it's actually quite nice, and it's actually quite useful. And whilst it's not the perfect counter to what Gear 5's doing, it's something, and it gets the juices flowing when it comes to this type of content. Let's go to the next fight. Alright, so on to the next Gear 5 fight now. We're going to start it off with our side team, because we didn't get a chance to see the side team in the previous fight. And I want to showcase Shanks in actual PvP action as well. Shanks in the side team actually works exceptionally well. He's very, very powerful, plus he's a free spirit unit, which means that he can actually work exceptionally well sliding into that side free spirit build with Gear 5, 6+. However, with his passive buffing Quick, Psy, and Int, I believe, running the free spirit team with Gear 5, 6+ there, and then running the regular Psy team with Shanks on it works exceptionally well. Shanks' passive is super interesting because Shanks can give himself level 5 CT speed, provided he has one of the film red or the redhead pirates that are recently shown within the movie. Something like Yasop, Lucky Roo, Ben Beckman, obviously the classics there, but then stuff like Bok Punch, Monster, Lion Juice, all of those particular characters that haven't really seen too much play. But his special in Rumble gives so many stats. Level 7 defense, level 7 speed, so much good stuff that you kind of want to have that level 5 CT speed. Now, as you guys can see on my team, I'm using the Treasure Map Rare Recruit Yasop. Yeah, Treasure Map Rare Recruit Yasop, which is not a unit that you would want to use in PvP, but a unit that works exceptionally well because he's a 20 cost unit. Now, this leads me to believe that moving into the future, we're going to see a film red or a redhead pirate unit that falls under the passive for Shanks. It just doesn't make any sense to me for them to release this particular unit that needs particular characters to actually trigger that passive and then literally have no units in the game that actually have, like, PvP. There is a rare recruit Ben Beckman that buffs side, but he's a 30 cost. He's got a trash passive. He's completely outdated. He came out with Verse Shanks and Whitebeard. And then there's also Usopp Yasop. Now, Usopp Yasop, like, they're a shooter booster. Like, they're not going to be working on the team. So, like I said, the Treasure Map Rare Recruit Usopp, he's available in the coin shop right now. I wouldn't pick him up unless you have an abundance of coins and you want to do stuff like this, but like, he's pretty much the best option that you guys actually have. And he's a side unit, so, like, you can do some stuff there on the side team. So, yeah. As you guys saw there, we did come up against Quick, though, as I was rambling away. Quick have a tendency to build up the burst very, very quickly of Luffy. Now, Luffy's going to pop his burst off here. Now, ideally, we're going to survive. That's annoying. That's very annoying. So, we're actually just going to use this back to heal back. Okay, so ideally, I probably wanted to save that burst. And then I could have used it towards the back end of the next fight. But, like, yeah, Kaido's just going to kill everyone now. Now it's literally Luffy and Zoro versus the freaking world. Man, Gear 5 burst is still so, so powerful. And you kind of need it to pop straight away when you are trying to use Shanks. Otherwise, stuff like this does happen. And you're kind of stuck up ship creep without paddle. Because, like, now I'm going to take a second burst. And there's literally nothing I can do about it. But sort of just take it and just call it a day. So we're gonna skip this fight. Unfortunately, like I said, Strength Powerhouse are going absolutely ballistic right now. I would have liked to slow them down with maybe something like Wano Law. But hey, look, either way, we schmoove. We're going to move into the final fight against the Free Spirit team now. Now, against Free Spirits, we are using strikers. I don't love using this striker team, if I'm completely honest, especially against such a stacked Free Spirit team. But this particular Free Spirit team isn't using Zoro, so that's always nice to see. So hopefully we can get Roger Whitebeard going off. Hopefully we can get Luffy Yamato to come in at the right time. We are going to have a Shanks burst ready to go. But it depends on what our HP looks like, whether we use it for the heal or whether we use it for the damage at the back end of the fight. The downside to Shanks' burst, whilst it being very good on terms of a 50-second cooldown, it can be a little bit detrimental if you're trying to use it twice in one particular fight. Now, we did get some really good RNG here because Roger Whitebeard is going to go very early, which is awesome. Like, it's actually a godsend for us. Unfortunately, though, he did hit Gear 5. That kind of sucks. Hitting Gear 5 just basically means they got a free character, and then the action blind from Odin actually went kind of nuts. So that's pretty annoying. Alright, we're going to use this before Luffy comes in, because Luffy literally will, like, with his 5k, he could literally just bink characters. And we definitely don't want that. Someone is going to die here, of course. Oh, no. Hit Roger Whitebeard. Roger Whitebeard's probably best bet, because he has a fighter. They have a fighter passive, so they reduce damage. Is that 12k? I'm a level 9 defense down. What the hell? That's nuts. Man, Free Spirit, bro. They're just so good. Why have we lost so much defense? Why? This doesn't make sense to me. Alright, big damage. Come on. Alright, killing Gear 5 there is actually really, really good. Ideally, because I knew what I was coming up against, I would have liked to use Water Law and Kid Law, but like I said, I wanted to let this rock. I have actually been kind of engulfed in this, so I do apologize. The commentary kind of went downhill. But like I said, this striker team isn't exactly the one that I want to be using at the back end. I do prefer using the Free Spirit team first, striker second, and then the Psy team last. But like I said, I really want to showcase that Psy team and make sure it got in the video. But in theory, it would have turned up anyway because of the way that this particular fight panned out. Alright, see you later, Smoker. We don't have to worry about any special bind. Odin could probably change the makeup of this fight. Okay, only killing Jack there is not terrible. Kanjuro should kill Odin and should kill Rebecca Tosha. This actual fight went down to the wire, and this sort of shows like why Gear 5 is just so damn powerful with his burst. Be very, very careful of obviously the HP cutting team, the quick team, the strength powerhouse team is going absolutely AWOL. But look, we'll definitely touch on them later down the line. But for today, we're focusing on Shanks, and let me know down below. Do you think that he's a Gear 5 counter, or do you think that it's just Gear 5 central? All right, final Gear 5 fight, and this one is a doozy. This one's a big Gear 5 team. 244k combat power is nothing to scoff at. There are some interesting choices when it comes to the characters on the teams. However, the teams have big numbers nevertheless. Overall, I have been enjoying Shanks. Whilst Shanks is no Gear 5, he's no Gear 5 6+ for that matter. I do like that they are trying to implement new ways of making Grand Party characters at least a little bit of fun to use in the early stages. I do like that they are trying to implement ways to counter, whilst I don't think Shanks is by far the answer to what Gear 5 6+ is trying to do. It is nice to see that you can actually do this kind of quirky stuff, try and actually use these units against Gear 5. However, Gear 5 is just still running absolute rampant. Just be very, very, very careful out there when you guys are fighting Gear 5. Obviously, in the early days, you do want to skip out on versing Gear 5s. It just makes the most sense. But once you get to that 5th day and you have the 12 to 15 wins, it's probably a good chance that you're going to have to come up against some Gear 5 teams. But with the new strat of changing the leader, make sure you guys are doing that at the end of every day and changing back before you start your next day. Hopefully you guys can actually find some lower level leaders, so that way you don't have to worry about Gear 5's crazy burst. Gear 5's burst is an absolute game changer. Like, it can swing the fights against you in an absolute instance. When you think that you are so covered and you're in such a good spot moving forward, or you're in a great spot with particular fights, and then a Gear 5 burst happens, you lose all your characters, and then you just lose a fight. It's so frustrating, so annoying. So just be very careful there. Like I was saying, though, it does seem very nice that they are bringing characters in like Shanks that can heal or do things to sort of counteract what other characters are doing. And I do really like that. Like I said, it's not the answer. It's not the be-all or end-all what exactly we need to bring to the game mode to fix it, to stop Gear 5, to end out what Gear 5 6+ is trying to do. But it is... That's bad timing. That's bad timing. But it is nice to see that they are doing stuff like this and not just sort of funneling in these just trash-ass crappy units that do absolutely nothing for the meta. Can we please go? Like, can it be our turn? Like, can it please be our turn? Thank you. No. Can you get the counter off first, please? Why did you miss? Can you go? God. That was so bad RNG. That was so bad RNG. Holy shit. I should have used the Shanks burst to just win that fight. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Alright, we're banking on our striker team now. That's so annoying. I really hope we can win this, and then we can use our burst to survive the final fight. Yeah, that was just bad timing, man. That was so bad timing. I'm actually filthy at that. I'm glad this is day one, and like I said, this is why Gear 5's burst is just absolutely nuts. This is a prime example right there. I should have won that fight, though. I should have just used Shanks' burst, done the damage, and healed back my characters, but look. We move. You have your burst. If you use it straight away, I'm gonna be kind of salty because my characters are in death range. Jack, come on, man. Don't. Alright, good. Good. Conjuro. Dalton, if you hit any of those quick units, I'm going to be kind of pissed. Lucci as well is going to... The defense drops that this team is actually doing to us is kind of nuts. Alright, big HP cut. You're going to get a revive off, which is kind of annoying because you hit Dalton. I would have loved to have hit Yamato there. But nevertheless, that's okay. Oh, really? Alright. We're going to use this to heal back, I guess. Because, like, we have to win this fight. Like, if we don't win this fight, it's curtains. Tesoro is going to get hit really hard here. Lucky for him, he has a shield, which is great. Honestly, that shield is so nice when it comes in clutch like that. Luffy, Yamato, and Roger Whitebeard are going to need their specials again. If we don't get that special back, their specials back, we're in a really, really bad spot. Come on. Luffy, Yamato have lost a lot of HP. Come on, get some good action binds off. Okay, that's not too bad. God damn. Press the button, Stump. Okay, big HP cut here. Luffy, Yamato need their special, like, ASAP. Nice. Okay, beautiful timing. Alright, Luffy, Yamato, go crazy. Oh, that is not crazy. Roger Whitebeard is ready to go. Donjin Jiao coming in, honestly, is so terrifying because of that stupid special reverse that he has. Yeah, bink him. Get rid of him. Get him out of here. Oh, that's so much damage. Sobermask coming in with a special too is terrifying. Oh, no. Pel's going to hit Roger Whitebeard here as well, aren't you? Don't hit Roger Whitebeard. Oh, Tesoro. That's not good. Just tank it. He didn't tank it. He did not tank that at all. Okay, that coming in with that special is nice, but it's going to hit Sobermask. Okay, hitting Lucci. Interesting. Knock back. Beautiful. Alright, I think we win this. Yeah, we win this. Nice. All right, beautiful. We win this. The burst, the healing burst actually clutched it for us there, which was really, really nice. I'm really into these fights now. Kind of lost the commentary of what I was talking about with Shanks. But look, hey, very, very into these fights. Moving on to the final fight. Hopefully our side team can clutch this out. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think Shanks is Gear 5 counter. From what you guys have seen, I don't think he is. It's nice to see that he can do stuff against Gear 5. But he's not a reliable way of taking them on by all means. Like, definitely not. And that is 100% the case. Man, strikers with Luffy Yamato in the front. Jesus. Okay. It's interesting. No burst, though, which is always nice. I do want to try and hang on to my burst until the last 40 seconds. That damage should be able to come in clutch. And look, honestly, we should have won by utilizing our burst earlier. That HP cutting is so annoying. Roger Whitebeard going here is not okay. No, we need to heal back. We need a shield. Roger Whitebeard's going to go through defensive effects, obviously, but, like, the HP cut now gets, like, absolutely nerfed to the shithouse, and we can actually tank it. Shanks tanking that is actually amazing, because now Shanks is special. Should do a bit of damage, but just gives so much good stats. Like, just so much good stats. All right, Yamato, half stats like everyone for me. Okay, killing Luffy Yamato there is actually really good, because I believe the half stats didn't hit them. So Sora should actually bink off Shanks there, which is so annoying, because now we're going to probably lose all these stats. All the stats he gave us, we're just going to lose, which is so annoying. Luffy hit Roger Whitebeard. No, don't hit a unit that's got so much HP. Where's my RNG at? Seriously. Why did Rebecca Toy Soldier get knocked back? No, Rebecca Toy Soldier, stay in the front lines. Yes, yes. Beautiful. Smoker is going to special bind like the whole team. No, just Kuzan. That's fine. I'm okay with that. There's no serious threats here. I think we're okay. Like I said, let me know what you guys think of Shanks down below. If you guys have used him, let me know how you guys are finding him. Let me know what you guys are using in this Grand Party season. If you guys are just flogging Gear 5, 6 plus, I totally understand. But let me know what teams you guys are running. Are you guys HP cutting? Are you using Psy? Are you using Free Spirit? Are you guys using Strength Powerhouse and all the striker teams and all that fun stuff? Let me know down below. While you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the Grand Party content, as well as all the other content that will be coming with these new characters. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's! Best of luck out there. Be very, very careful.